I'm opening all the doors for your way inside the Elimination Chamber. That's right, it's the final stop before WrestleMania, guys. It takes place down under, in Perth, Australia. Let's get it all. Even a match happened at kickoff. Not a big deal though. Just Kabuki Warriors defended their women's tag team titles against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And what is interesting, challengers haven't done anything lately to get this title shot. They have absolutely zero momentum right now. It's all because Indy Hartwell is Australian, so they let her be on this PLE card. Despite only at kickoff, the Kabuki Warriors were just mocking LeRae and Hartwell and were enjoying it at the highest. It looked like that whole bout. Indy Hartwell got her mint of glory to the delight of Australian fans. But in the end, challengers were outsmarted and mauled to eat defeat for Asuka and Kairi to retain. Despite this match being an unnecessary lackluster, we still won from it, because at least we got some action at the kickoff. And if Kevin Owens bringing Koala himself to motivate him, we can start the action. Very logically, the following first match is Women's Elimination Chamber. It is contested for the right to challenge current World Champion Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. This will be debated between Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, Naomi, and of course Becky Lynch, with these last two starting the match. Lynch and Naomi both competed respectfully against each other. They admire each other's veteran status and skills. Fans were chanting "We want Tiffany" more and more, and when right on the money they got their wish, and number 3 entry they went nuts. That's interesting considering she's not even Aussie. And even more, she actually lived up to the hype, proving her freakish athletic skills. Liv was next, fired up as ever, pure natural Rampage, motivated to go after Ripley. And speaking of Rampage, that disarmor from Becky is unique. Naomi sacrificed herself by taking out Liv Morgan from the top of the pot and paid for it with Tiffany eliminating her via roll-up. The hype is real. This WWE K24 rating difference between Belair and Rodriguez is disgusting. 95 vs 86. Are you kidding me? That's why Raquel stormed out next, using her power bullying Barbie Tiffy time. Her head went smashing into the chain. The last 6 entries, of course Bianca finally got her hands on Stratton. She was salivating about it. Later she took care of everybody else in the cage, overpowering them all. Right after Liv dived down from up top, Tiffany launched Becky down from there as well. The hype is real again because she performed perfect moonsault from up top the pot, taking them all out. Inside the ring, moonsault didn't take place and instead Morgan reversed an Oblivion and Tiffy was gone. Much to despair and boos of fans. But when it comes to her career, Oblivion is nowhere near. She might be in disputed future of women's wrestling. Raquel hit thunderous powerbomb on Bianca, and after double powerbomb, Belair proved that Raquel took too much on herself by quickly capitalizing from behind KOD and eliminating Rodriguez. Last 3, Liv, Bianca and Becky performed a masterclass, reversing each other endlessly. It was long, technical, tense and thunderous. Liv Morgan was very resourceful, skipping little damage and finding the very right moment to roll up Bianca Belair and successfully eliminate her out. But it cost her as she turned around and Becky Lynch immediately caught Liv manhandle slam to punch her ticket to WrestleMania. How long these three were fighting and how suddenly it all ended. That is what this high level is all about. It could go either way. Becky is just the one to pull it off. Lynch is the survivor. She plays the character that always finds the way. This match proved it once again. Tiffany had breakout performance, Morgan eliminated 2 strong opponents and Becky got back on track. Good stuff. Next now, Men's Tag Team Championship match. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, New Catch Republic, new entrance and new song take a glance at reigning champions Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. They came with Dominic for a huge reason because he tried to speak but I genuinely couldn't hear anything clearly. These Australian folks pulled it off better than anyone before them. These 2 skilled technicians understand if you go for the king you better don't miss. And that's why match began with quick chaos. Challengers forced champions to enter their wheelhouse and taste their prowess. Bate and Dunne did not just team up recently. They know each other very well since childhood, so it's no surprise they work together as a well-oiled machine. But the presence of Dirty Dominic corrupted this match in some way because he was interfering when he could, and was very proud of it. Judgment Day guys, and especially Finn Balor, fell out of place, not being able to keep up with their speed. But Damian Priest, as the true workhorse heavy hitter, was making up for Finn time after time by truly punishing his opponents with force. For Finn to later pick the bones. Tyler Bate took Priest on his helicopter flight and spinned Priest 24 times. I counted it. It even opened the door for Pete Dunne to hit bitter end on Balor and deal was done. But the X-Factor Dominic screwed them again, saving Balor's leg under the rope. But referee had enough of this crap and kicked him out of here. Balor all alone didn't connect Cody Gron, got his fingers snapped, then get flattened by New Catch Republic's finisher. And I indeed thought they would win these titles right here. But this time Priest saved the day, tossing Bate out. The Prince said it's time for Razor's Edge, but Tyler's spectacular counter led to Priest's head hitting Balor's testicles with Damian barely kicking out. New Catch Republic even had one more moment hitting Priest with Double Dominator, where he again kicked out on his own. No way the Punisher could survive their 2-on-1 onslaught, but finally Balor saved him by grabbing his leg to let him hit thunderous double south of heaven, and what was left was for Finn to pick up the scraps, with Dagger and barely retain. One of the best tag team matches of the year. These two teams really demonstrated magical chemistry. I would like to see a rematch, but it's unlikely to happen in WrestleMania because after Bigger Truth storyline has to involve Awesome Truth. Yes, I was a little bit sad that Dan and Bate lost, but not disappointed. I expected it, and it's the right move anyway for story booking. New Catch Republic was just formed 1.5 months ago, so they will get their glory later anyway. But regarding Damian Priest and his contract, I think they wasted time and already lost the right moment for it. It was perfect for him to get World Heavyweight title somewhere in October, November, December, or even January. So he would have time to carry it a bit and lose it back to Seth Rollins, but what do we have right now? Right now it's WrestleMania 40th anniversary season. He doesn't fit here at all. But at the same time he's running out of time and must cash in soon. He just feels a random guy compared to someone like The Rock, Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes. But also it's groundbreaking opportunity to shock everyone, make history at WrestleMania. Either way, let's watch. Right after that, the biggest Grayson Waller effect in history took place with Austin Theory, who actually got some positive reaction for the first time ever, introducing his best friend, the Moment Maker, the Dynamite from Down Under, the Aussie icon, the best heel in the universe, Australian hero, Grayson Waller. Of course, no surprise, he was cheered and received hero's welcome. After toasting the shoe, he entered the ring saying Aussie, 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 and welcomed World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins, and then of course his second and final guest, Cody Rhodes. What Grayson Waller immediately did was that he reminded Cody and everyone else that it's his show, and he used his power here to acknowledge Roman Reigns. Apparently, that's exactly what Reigns told him last SmackDown in private. And that's it, nothing more. Just mind games for Cody Rhodes. Rollins had the scoop for Waller and said that he's just days away from being cleared for an in-ring return. Switching gears to Cody, Waller hinted that Rhodes is trying to steal, in his opinion, the greatest WrestleMania main event in history, in The Rock vs Roman Reigns. So Cody asked if here are any Cody crybabies here tonight, and discussed why he gave away his spot only to then get it back. He blamed The Rock for not being around people but still calling himself the People's Champion. And finally he issued a blockbuster challenge wanting to face him one-on-one for Roman at WrestleMania. Seth told that when it comes to the bloodline there is no such thing as one-on-one, said that he got his back. So speaking of having his back, Austin Theory stole Grayson's mic and impersonated The Rock in disrespect to Rhodes and Rollins. So they kicked these douchebags' ass all over the ring as they deserved it. Waller didn't help his friend because Theory crushed the party, not Seth and Cody. Amazing idea to get some fight and still to never touch the local favorite Waller. So we all know what we got from it. The biggest tag team match in WWE history in the main event of night 1. This will be massive. And now we got the penultimate yet most interesting brawl, which is men's elimination chamber match. There is absolutely zero doubt this is the most unpredictable and thunderous elimination chamber match ever. Unbiased. After all 6 of these guys in fact have huge momentum right now. Each one of these is the favorite and can win, but only one will survive and 5 will be pinned or submitted. This is what it takes to punch your ticket to face Rollins for world title at Mania. Look how hot-headed Kevin Owens was here from being desperate to get his hands on Logan Paul by banging his head on the plexiglass. LA Knight started the fight, Drew McIntyre one-on-one, talk about equally matched. Later Knight and Owens unleashed a unique beatdown on McIntyre for the first time ever through the glass. Speaking of the devil, Kevin entered third and unleashed his rage and fear in his opponents and barked at Logan Paul. Next, 4th guy is the power muscle Bobby Lashley bulldozing everybody in his way relentlessly. Despite unsuccessfully trying to lock Drew in hardlock, he retaliated with clothesline, sending him back into the ring. Lashley dominated for a long time, but enough about Bobby. Orton is here to stalk his prey like only he can. The problems for him began after delivering his first vintage Orton DDT on Owens. Seems like he landed awkwardly there and was in extreme back pain for the rest of the match. He just couldn't do his stuff normally because his back pain was making him suffer. The question was, is it just bad landing or new big injury? Cole and Graves were really worried. Bobby dominated again for a moment and even speared LA Knight. Yeah. So the moment of the year has arrived because Kevin Owens blocks the last entrant Logan Paul and beats the hell out of him inside the pod. Monster Lashley is back on track again, putting Owens through the pod and spearing holy hell out of Logan Paul, breaking him through the plexiglass of the pod. Aussie fans went nuts. It's not YouTube or TikTok. It's cage with machines like Lashley inside. Logan Paul. But all this rampage and attention cost Bobby the hard way of Claymore from McIntyre out of nowhere. And after failing to cinch in her luck on LA Knight, Lashley got caught again with now second Claymore. And of course it was dead end for the Almighty, unfortunately. I am eagerly waiting for him to send Cross into oblivion and get back to the top again. He was very dominant but wasn't smart by picking on everybody alone at the same time. And that's why he got eliminated first. Next, LA Knight was the one storming over his competition. He even got 2 BFTs on Orton and then McIntyre, but stupid idiot AJ Styles cost LA Knight everything, as he rushed into the cage and destroyed Knight brutal chair shots. And even Styles clashed onto that same chair what allowed McIntyre to pick the bones and eliminate him. He really flew all the way across the world for this. Another guy who needs to be put in his place at WrestleMania courtesy of the megastar LA Knight. Yeah, Styles' time is up. Knight's time is now. Kevin Owens and Logan Paul don't care about the Elimination Chamber because all they care about is destroying each other. Kevin hit Stunner on him, but then Randy Orton outplayed Owens with RKO and pinned him despite his grueling back pain. It didn't stop him from smashing Logan Paul's balls though. Drew hit Randy with neckbreaker and it was frustrating watching him taking too many bumps on his back and suffering afterwards. Paul jumped crossbody on McIntyre right from up there. Then Logan pulled out brass knuckles out of his trunks but got too cocky and paid for his arrogance with thunderous RKO out of nowhere getting eliminated. Bye bye. Only 2 men left, Orton and McIntyre, and even Payne didn't stop Randy from getting ahead because he was constantly getting energy from the WWE Universe. He still took another back bump from Drew's spinebuster and couldn't hit Claymore because Orton collapsed. But as McIntyre got too confident in front of this dangerous snake, the Viper punished him with sudden RKO out of nowhere. And game was done, or was it, as then piece of trash Logan Paul finally found a way to use brass knuckles, knocking Randy out with them. It was the only thing that saved the Scottish psychopath and allowed him to win this whole match to punch his way to Philadelphia. My question is, when in the hell will they close this stupid big ass door into the cage? They're supposed to be locked inside with nobody not in the match being able to get in there. And if you are eliminated, then you must leave immediately, not after 5 minutes laying down there. This is so stupid and disgusting. But either way, we at least got 2 new WrestleMania feuds set up. And even more, only McIntyre's win was predictable and right, so congratulations to him earning another big match and getting his huge chance to redeem himself and win World Championship in front of fans at WrestleMania. Paul, Triple H, Levesque is in the ring making official appearance. He thanked Australian fans and announced official attendance of 52,590. It's bigger than Royal Rumble attendance and that's very impressive. We reached the main event and Women's World Championship for a reason because both Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley are Australian born. Rhea received groundbreaking ovation like never before. These fans proved who they came to see. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Oi, oi, oi. But all the fun aside, this is damn serious. She has to pull off a Herculean feat against this mammoth Nia Jax patiently waiting and stalking her in the corner. And indeed, in the beginning, she managed to do things no one has been able to do against Nia Jax yet. She figured her out shortly, but trying Riptide less than 1 minute into the match was a bad mistake. After which Jax began mauling and women handling her all over the ring, even paying homage to Rikishi with humiliating stink face. Ripley has never ever suffered like this before. Obviously, she was in big trouble for a long time. Nia even could allow herself to mock Ripley and to still dominate. Rhea Ripley is the one outsized and overpowered, so it is this rare occasion when she had no choice but to be resourceful, to get any momentum. But whenever she was, fans were rallying her strongly. She went head to head with Jax and even pulled off dangerous face first from the neck. Also, Rhea paid homage to Eddie Guerrero's splash. Nia Jax dropped Ripley at the announce table which stood tall. Hilarious. But Nia still punished the table, hit an elbow drop from the chair, this time breaking table for good. It opened the door for devastating Annihilator, but Mommy became the first to kick out of it on her own, and with force. She proved it's not deadly for her. Mommy is as tough as she says she is. Second attempt failed as Ripley dumped Jax, and Nia's mistake was trying to become high flyer, paying for it with thunderous superplex by Ripley. After this feat of strength, no one had doubts she will pull off giant riptide to finish it off. And still, Mommy managed to get the hard-working job done on her own when it mattered the most in front of her family and Aussie fans in her home country of Australia, defeating this monstrous opponent. What I think is that Becky has no chance against her at WrestleMania. She's not ready to topple dominant Ripley. Champion has to carry this momentum through WrestleMania by retaining there and reign longer because I don't see anyone who's ready to dethrone the Eradicator yet. I commend this Elimination Chamber. We didn't expect it to be like WrestleMania, but it wasn't far away from that atmosphere. Chamber winners? Alright. Chamber match itself, long and hard-hitting. Grayson Waller effect, funny and massive. Tag team titles match, one for the ages. Very solid. The road to WrestleMania 40 is clear, and I have never been more excited for WrestleMania than for this anniversary one. And also it has never been louder and more star-studded than this year. Hell yeah! What we have to do now is to leave Australia. It's a long flight, so let's do it first. See you yesterday. Stone Cold see you at WrestleMania.